Today on Suncoast View, we complained about the construction, debated about driver competence, and now the diverging diamond is reaping the rewards. We'll explain.
And we are just a few days away from Hollywood's biggest night of the year, the Academy Awards. Our movie guy gets us ready for everything we need to know.
Being a mom is not easy, and finding time to work out is even harder. Today we learn how to get our bodies back in shape with our babies in tow. All that and more right now on Suncoast View.
Welcome to the show. Welcome back to Shiva Mateo. Great to have you with us.
Hi, great to be here.
Yeah,
I like it. I do it for the summer because I don't want anything in my face, and I started to feel the heat, so it's
fabulous.
off.
So you could
lovely.
take the same style and just push it up?
Yes, it's not an asymmetrical style. This is the cut.
Envious.
I'm jealous of the height. I want that height.
Do you
Shiva.
like? You like?
Joey, you're working your way up there, let me tell you.
I'm
Just put in some rollers at night, and
Yeah, that would be an hour with a curling iron.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it would flatten the minute you and I walked
Yes,
outside.
exactly.
Yeah, well, you look great. Very
you.
glamorous.
Thank you.
I like the ability to mix up a look with just one
Yes.
cut. That's a
Yes.
bonus. As you've noticed, I don't do that. This
But
is
you
what
look
you
great
get.
regardless, so it
This
doesn't
is what
even
you
matter.
get. Linda and I try to do the same thing every day.
Try, but it's not easy.
Or it just happens. All right, well, we've got a familiar face in the kitchen today as well. We want to welcome Josh from Music the Ringling back. What are we making today?
Well, today we're going to make something I make at home. So it's going to be a vegan Beyond Beef burger with marinated kale and sriracha veganese. So
There was a lot of vegan involved, Josh.
There's a couple steps here.
So I have to ask, since you are obviously in the food business, are you a vegetarian or do you just like to eat vegan sometimes?
I like to eat vegan sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's lighter. It doesn't make you feel so heavy throughout the day, and I enjoy it from time to time. And there's a lot of options.
No, there are a lot of
agree.
options. And I think as we get to that warmer weather, I would agree with all those statements. It does help you feel less weighed down.
Yes, lots of vegans on the Suncoast I've noticed. I hear a lot of requests of, oh, is there a vegan menu? Is there a vegan menu? So it's a good sign,
I've known a lot of people that were vegans and go out of it too. It's hard. It's a very hard thing to do.
I like the vegetable part. I just want to eat some meat too.
I'm not a big meat fan.
No.
No, moving here, not a lot of steak, not a lot of chicken. You do
Yeah.
fish and
Fish,
shrimp
I like
and lobster.
Yeah, I just get hungry. That's no, I'm serious. I mean, if I don't have that protein base,
Yes.
like the chicken, I mean, obviously fish works too, but yeah, I would struggle being vegan because I just simply can't get full on
Yeah.
Well,
most
when my
plant-based
husband was
things.
coaching in Los Angeles, a couple of the players became vegetarians, and their skill level dropped tremendously.
Well, your muscle capacity
And so
struggles.
the team put them on the bench until they could get their strength back.
Oh,
so
wow.
it really made a
Interesting.
difference to them, and they were still doing the same workouts.
I can
and
see
their
that.
strength.
Well, I think vegetarians too have also learned how to still incorporate all the protein and
Necessary
nutrients that they
protein.
need. Because before, remember, I mean, vegetarians when I was a kid, there was salad and that was
Right.
it.
Now there's all sorts of things. So,
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
Well, we have a lot to learn. Sorry, a little bit of diversion there.
Yes, that's
These things happen.
good
We're
stuff.
just thinking about food.
Yeah, exactly. Are we hungry? But
I
anyway.
do want to point out something a little different that has showed up today. Joey, you come up with the oddest little gadgets and gadgets. How did you get a bobblehead of yourself?
This, I'm not self-obsessed. This was actually a gift. I teach at the Y, and one of our great members got all of our instructors bobbleheads of ourselves. And it was weird because he took pictures of us right before the holidays. He said, give me a straight on, profile, side, back. And I didn't know what was happening. And this fun little bobblehead arrived in the mail. And it kind of, I think it looks enough like me. There's some crow's feet. I don't know how much detail you
I know,
can
yeah,
see.
that's the first thing you were annoyed about. You're like, look, they put crow's feet on it. I'm like,
I like
okay.
his hairline, but what I thought was funny is, as I've been in this producer role, I've had to say no a lot more than I'm comfortable with. So I figured, like, if he's on my desk, if you want a yes answer, then just
This
go
is-
Oh,
there.
very nice.
And
That's the yes
I like
guy.
that.
There you go.
I've
I
heard
like
in
it.
Hollywood, you've got it made when you get a bobblehead doll made like this.
There you go.
I think this is your symbol.
Yes,
Joey
I'll
has
take
made
it.
it to the top.
I agree.
He
Very
tells us
fun.
what to do every day.
And good to know we can
There you
custom
go.
do those for
Yes,
gifts.
he
That is a
agrees.
great
He
gift
agrees.
idea. All right, well, it is time for our first hot topic. And remember all the controversy about FDOT's decision to construct the diverging diamond at University Parkway? Well, the rewards are being reaped. Now the complicated intersection is being honored by a national group of engineers for its success. No doubt FDOT took a gamble. It's a double crossover design. The project got fast-tracked, which increases the margin of error, and Florida motorists not known for adaptability. So now that it's been some time, What do we think about the diverging diamond?
I don't even notice it. I go through there a lot. I'm just following the car or the line in front of me, and it doesn't seem different or scary or anything. We're smarter than they thought.
I
we
would
were.
agree with that.
I mean, people were scared. It reminded me of Y2K because there was this buildup of we're going to have special workshops to learn how to drive it. But I agree with Linda. I haven't really noticed it, which is probably a good thing.
Well, I've
it's
been
pretty
very
seamless.
insulted because they said older people will never be able to do this. Well, I'm one of those older people, and look in those cars. We all go zooming right through it.
Roundabouts didn't go so well, but I will say that everyone is adjusted to the diamond.
Roundabouts, I guess from spending more time in Europe when we traveled, I understood a roundabout. But you don't put a yield sign at a roundabout. A roundabout, you just go around and you watch the other car, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I think the yield sign throws that off.
In the roundabout?
Yes,
That could be.
absolutely.
In Europe, they're much bigger. We
Yes.
have little narrow roundabouts. In Europe, they're huge.
Yes.
And I mean, can we all, I know we're talking roundabouts now, but can we also, with roundabouts, understand that it's not a four-way stop? You know,
Right.
that
Yeah.
seems to be a big issue.
But then everybody goes at the same time.
So to this point, maybe it is a
diverging
great thing that the
diamond.
Diverging Diamond did
Yeah.
well, because there are some traffic issues that we have down here figuring out.
And it's
So-
good because I think they want to keep replicating it. I mean, I deal with the State Road 64 and I-75 construction on a daily basis. That roundabout is, I'm sorry, that diverging diamond is, there's a big hole in the ground, it's coming.
Right.
You know, and that's a massive traffic area. So it's great to have another one. And then they're talking about another one at 301, which is the Ellington Mall, where there
Wow.
are huge backups to get on and off the
Yes,
interstate.
that is a challenge.
So, I mean, we're going to see more. But the fact that this was the
Diverging
first one in
diamonds.
Florida, and apparently, people, we've conquered it.
worked.
So.
And I think if
a
you
good
get
thing. Of
annoyed
course
by
we would.
traffic, it's a night. This might alleviate you a little bit to know, okay, it might be worth it once we're on the other side
Absolutely.
of this.
It actually moves when it's done.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, I think it may be worth the pain. Well, speaking of traffic issues, when ride sharing like Uber and Lyft first came out, they said it would mean fewer cars on city congested streets. But new studies are suggesting the opposite, that fewer people are using mass transit or even their own 2 feet. They're not walking and biking. And instead now the emerging consensus is that ride sharing increases congestion. Furthermore, it's a direct competitor with mass transit. Are we sorry that ride sharing is complicating things, or do we still like having it?
It's not complicating things. People who take a bus and pay 50 cents to ride a bus, well, I don't know what it costs, but they're not competing with taking an Uber somewhere. And I've heard that Uber has saved so many lives
Yes.
because people have too much to drink out of the bar.
that's right.
It used to be they'd just take their car and go home. Now they Uber.
I certainly agree with that. I know as a mom about to send a daughter to school, talking to other college moms, Uber is one of those things you now just get for the child and say, no matter what, I'll pay for it, you take that
That's
Uber.
right.
What were people out and about doing before Uber? They probably weren't taking the bus. I agree with Linda.
Exactly.
I can relate to this consensus, though, because people that would normally take mass transit are probably using more of these ride-sharing apps, which then decreases the amount of use of mass transit, which then will also decrease the development of it. I mean, I don't think our area has great mass transit.
We have no mass
But if you
transit.
go to Cleveland, for example, we spent a few weeks and just we took the bus everywhere.
You
It was
did,
so,
really?
Yes, it was so
Oh, that's
easy to get
amazing.
on and off. I know other bigger cities.
Well, in Atlanta, I do MARTA everywhere, but then I get to the end of the line, and I take Uber, sometimes 20 or 30 miles out into the suburbs. Because no
MARTA
mass-
only goes so
yeah,
far.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
We just need to
I
talk to
love
Elon
it.
Musk. He just needs to
I'm all
hurry
about that
up,
fast
and just
train.
get the trains going and get the, you know.
I mean, I can definitely
the
see that
driver
there's more
cars.
cars on the road, because when you see the Ubers driving around, and in a city like New York, they're everywhere. You know, you pull it up on the app and there's hundreds of them, and there's one person in every
And
car.
economically, it can be tough. Like a lot of people cannot afford a $6 or more ride to and from work every single day, where they could take the bus for. I think the bus is now what,
Like
a couple dollars,
$1.50.
I guess it went up since I rode
So
it.
that's where it would be a challenge, because you know.
Back in the day is all you
Yeah,
have to
back in
say
the
before.
day, when it was
Say
just
back
the
in the
bus.
day.
So the power of the people is getting stronger in Florida education. A bill passed in June enables any Florida resident to challenge the textbooks and other educational tools used in their district as being biased or inaccurate. Now, reportedly, 7 different state complaints have already been filed in those first 6 months, 2 challenging evolution and climate change. Now, the latest bill in committee goes a step further, allowing the public to suggest alternatives. Do we want just anybody weighing in on our kids' education?
No, we
Yes.
want very
Oh,
well trained
yes.
people making those
Yes, we do.
decisions.
Oh, this is a
Oh
hot
yeah,
button.
this is going to be a hot
Yes,
button.
you know, okay, we were talking about network news just recently, about overall news. There's opinion news. There's this opinion news, this opinion news. Which one of those opinions are going to make these decisions?
A diverse group
Yes,
of people.
somebody that looks at the actual facts.
Okay, so my only concern would be if we followed that train of thought, if we have very educated people, you know, say for example in a forum reviewing all the textbooks, that group has to be an extremely diverse group of people, meaning different cultures, different age groups, different backgrounds. So take, for example, if we have a place like Sarasota, you know, how do we find that extremely diverse group of people to make that informed decision?
Isn't some of this state mandated though? Because they're teaching to the state tests, and certain books contain the information that go to the state tests. Now, if the state group that put together that test isn't diverse enough, now there I totally agree is where we can have the argument. But I don't know if I want somebody with no education background calling up senators and complaining that they want a textbook or a book pulled because it doesn't accurately represent.
Okay, I have to just weigh in one last time. So for instance, having a daughter in a public school, there have been, and I'm speaking very lightly, certain topics I think raised maybe at an earlier age than I would have done so at home.
Okay.
And those topics have come from textbooks.
I'm
I can
sure.
only think back to when I first heard of certain topics, how I felt as an individual, you know, in the second, third grade, and I think sometimes those discussions don't need to be in the school system unless you're specifically speaking to the academic fact behind the issue.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so I think it's a hot topic.
Oh,
yeah.
As you go back when I was in school, there was no Black history. It was like a Black person had not existed except who was it? Washington Carver. I mean, there was no Black history.
But there's Hispanic history, there's Indian
Yeah.
And they
history,
didn't teach
there's
it.
They
Asian
didn't teach it.
history.
And I mean, the way
there's,
that we teach American
you know,
history certainly has changed. I mean, you know, I don't think we anymore teach that when Columbus came and discovered America, that all the Native Americans said,
No.
"Great, please come
He
in."
was lost.
So that,
I mean, it was like he was
that
lost,
is true.
Mommy.
My concern, though, is if you have a random person challenging science that's being taught, because
Right.
science to me is a fact-based
Yes.
science.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
So, you know, if
challenging, yes, not challenging science and not challenging historical facts.
And
Yes.
often on
Yes.
religious basis, their own personal religion.
And
but
that's
I
my
love a
concern.
diverse.
Okay.
I love a diverse
Okay.
approach.
Yes.
Who challenges it and what is done with the random perspective needs to be taken into
Okay,
account.
so let
parents
us do it.
Yes.
We'd be fair. I bet everybody says
We'd be
that.
amazing.
We always know
Just
what we're
call
talking
us.
about. All right, well, interesting, because this is something I think we're going to hear more about in the news and how it affects our own
Yes,
schools.
yes, and we want to weigh in on it.
All right, so while we're on controversial topics, let's talk cloning.
Okay.
So do you love anyone so much that you would like to clone them so you would always have them? Well, Barbara Streisand does. She has cloned her dog twice. She has revealed that 2 of her pups came from a cloned cell from Streisand's 14-year-old dog, Samantha, who died last year. It can cost as much as $100,000 to clone a dog. Social media says that money could have been better used to save other animals.
Well, we don't have to worry about this trend catching on. Not everyone spend $100,000 to clone their dog.
Well, every Barbara fan knows how much she loves her dogs. She talks about them. We've seen them in concerts and documentaries. She has them in interviews. I love my dog immensely.
Yeah, Charlie.
It's challenging. Yes, there are other animals that she could be adopting instead of spending that money. But to be honest, if I had the means and I love my dog, and when she passes, and I had the option, would I do it? I don't know. It would look like her. It wouldn't behave the same way.
No. So I would get another puppy.
That seems so odd to
yeah.
me.
And I'm a dog person, and that's odd to me.
It seems odd to me, but you started off by saying, is there anyone that you would love, you know, so much that you'd like to clone? And I thought, well, wouldn't it be great if we could clone ourselves? And that we could just I could do all
Wouldn't it be
kinds
great
of
if
things.
somebody loved us enough
I was just going to say, to quote my husband, the world does not need another you. And he tells me that a lot.
But
That's
yes,
okay.
I think
Don't
it's
worry,
odd
we'll have you
overall.
cloned.
Thank you, thank you. All right, so we have a new nominee for Husband of the Year. You can tell it might not be mine after that comment, but that's okay. This guy, though, oh, girls, get ready. This guy is a true champion. It's Serena Williams' husband. Reddit co-founder Alexis Ohanian installed 4 giant billboards on a highway to Palm Springs, all to welcome Serena back to tennis. Do you see what they say? Greatest mama of all time. That, oh my God. She's not a goat, she's a G-boat. She is the greatest mama of all time. Sheba can't.
Daddy needs to step it up, doesn't he? Billboards.
I thought that was amazing.
Husbands everywhere going,
Man.
come on.
This woman has everything. She's a great athlete. She's great looking. She's got a cute baby, and she's got a husband that buys snowboards.
She has a husband that loves her and is excited to share that with the world,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And is not jealous of her career.
Of course
Well,
not.
I think he founded Reddit. He's got his own. He's doing just fine. But you know what
stay
else
home and
too?
be baby
And we've
mama.
talked about this. She had a tough go in those first 2 months postpartum with health issues and just struggling with everything. He recognizes that, tells her she's done great, pumps her up, and sends her back to the court.
Yeah.
So
And you know what?
I
If
love
you
it.
can't do a billboard, you can still do something on your own level.
A letter, maybe.
But
A
yes.
card, a letter.
So us
right.
guys, let's not think that there's no hope for us.
Listen, more people probably see social media than drive on that highway.
That's
so
right.
you put
This
that
is
all
true.
over Facebook.
I'll be happy with road signs. I mean, it doesn't have to be a billboard.
Diverging diamonds.
Right, exactly.
Apologizing to husbands everywhere for the
Sorry.
pressure. All right, we're going to check in with our happy hour forecast, and we're going to keep talking about babies and moms. We're going to have baby boot camp.
Good afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with a look at your happy hour forecast. And your first alert weather looks pretty good with a sea breeze developing. Things have cooled down a little bit at the coast. We have temperatures down to the upper 70s, west to southwest winds at 11. The pressure has been dropping just a little bit now, 30.06. Still high, but not nearly as strong as it once was last week. Now, we're still under the influence of this high pressure in the upper level of the atmosphere. A system developing over the southern plain states, however, will begin to change things, it looks like, as we head into the weekend. Now, the rain is to the north in Arkansas, and flooding taking place in southeast Oklahoma tonight, and it looks like that'll be a big concern for us. No real threat of any significant rain like we saw last night. 1 or 2 lone showers not out of the question, developing along the sea breeze front and pushing toward the west. Temperatures currently across the state in the mid to upper 70s to low 80s. Now, Orlando at 82, 81 in Key West, 79 now into Miami. So we do have some changes coming up for the weekend. We'll have the details on that coming up at 5. See you then.
It is no easy task keeping your body in shape, either before a baby or after. Not only are we dealing with all the physical changes, but there's a time shortage. And who wants to get a babysitter just for an hour of exercise? Well, Baby Boot Camp has got that all covered, and owner Haley Wells is with us today to tell us all about it. And Addie is going to help us out. So, who gets to go to Baby Boot Camp? Addie's obviously not a newborn, and you are expecting, who does this all encompass?
It's for any moms for all stages of life. They can be pregnant, they can be newly postpartum, or they could have kids in grade school. So we have some moms that come without their kids while they're in preschool, and then we have some moms that come just 6 to 8 weeks postpartum. So it's for all moms.
Okay, we got to address the insecurity thing, because the hardest thing to do when you're unhappy with your own energy and your own body is to put on workout clothes and go to a group.
Right.
How does this either help or at least help people conquer that?
Right. It's for all different fitness levels. You could be new to fitness, you could be very fit, or you could be pregnant like myself. And I give different modifications for all the different workouts. As you can see some in the background, we have some people that are hopping and taking more high intensity, and then you have some that are stepping side to side that are low impact.
And no judging, right? I
No
mean,
judgment here.
not a judgy group where
No,
people
not
are
at
like,
all.
oh, her spandex.
That's
Nothing.
what I love about this group of moms. They're so supportive. It's a big community. And so we're all here trying to figure out the motherhood life, and there's no judgment ever.
Okay, because I know that's important for a lot of us. All right, let's talk a little bit about the exercises. We're looking at the girls doing knee raises now.
Yes.
Tell us how that works and how you end up kind of incorporating the babies a little bit.
Right, so we have different exercises for different levels, like I said before. A lot of times it can be in front of the little ones, kind of playing a little peekaboo. That's also my job, as I'm not only the fitness instructor, but I'm also the baby entertainer.
Okay.
So I may have a baby on my hip.
Oh, look at
or
this. The babies are
secretly-
immediately watching everybody put their feet over there.
yes.
I
And
love it.
Especially with my daughter now that she's older. I mean, we'll come home and she'll want to work out with mom and do the same exact things that they're doing here in class.
And for those who aren't quite ready to be doing the hopping with the leg work, you've got some arm movements that you
Right.
said you could modify to any level.
Right, so we also have our resistant bands, and there's different levels. So Rebecca here has the red, it's a little bit more resistance, where you have the yellow that's a little bit less resistance.
Linda, your baby hasn't cried once. You're doing amazing.
You're doing a great job.
So things are modified based on where you are in your fitness
Right.
level. How much does the support factor come into why people are dying to come to baby boot camp? Tell us about the mom factor.
Right, so not only do we have our 60-minute workout 3 times a week, but we also have our play dates, and we have scheduled Mom's Night Out, because we all know that moms need a break every now and then.
I
So
love
we
it.
have other events that we do just outside of class, so it helps build a community and a support system too.
Okay, and in terms of fitness, is there, you know, you mentioned it's okay for beginners, but is there a time when working out is not a good idea? Is that something we need to talk to our doctor about?
That's the only thing is that before you have to be cleared by your doctor, so you have to be at least 6 to 8 weeks postpartum. And then we also, you can work out while pregnant. You have to get clearance from your doctor, but as long as you feel great, then you can work out while you're pregnant too.
All right, Haley, I'm going to make you turn into a fitness instructor because this
Right.
group, when I turned around, was lagging behind.
Exactly,
So,
we need a little motivation.
yep, let's give them a little motivation. I'll join in too.
We have some very supportive coaches back here. I'm getting some good support
There
from
are
this
some
little
very
guy.
cute babies here. We're getting motivated.
So
I'm taking a
we
break.
have some, this group over here is doing the bicep curl.
Okay,
You just stand on your resistance band and you pull it up to your shoulders and all the way back down.
okay.
You can also then go into a tricep pull. So you can grab your band, bring it in front of you, and go about eye level and then pull it down. So you can work
Hit the
those
neighboring
triceps.
baby.
All right,
Yeah,
great.
exactly.
No hitting the baby with your handles. All right, let's switch up the cardio
Great.
group over here. What are they up to?
So our cardio group is doing stroller taps. So you can go in front of your stroller.
All right,
you can
Annie,
give
I'm
it a
gonna do
little
it with you.
hop. Or you can just give it a little bit of a step to take out the high intensity.
Addie's helping me.
Then you can do
We've
it.
got Coach Johnny back
Oh,
here,
yes.
who is very supportive of our side.
So if your baby gets fussy, do we try to work the baby into a workout?
Yes.
Maybe do some squats?
Yes,
or-
you can bring the baby carrier. So sometimes the
Okay.
moms are wearing them, or sometimes I grab them and take them with me as we work out too.
It must be so relieving to be able to take your baby to a workout class and not have anybody care if you have to stop and pick your baby up or
No.
if somebody gets fussy or
No one cares if your
Very
baby's crying
nice.
in class. It's not a big deal.
you've got a lot of support here.
Yes.
All right, this is Baby Boot Camp. This is moms coming together for fitness, but also for friendship. And such an important thing that we can support each other through being a mom right here on the Suncoast. For more information on this, you're going to want to go to the website. There's classes and information about times, locations, and days of the week. These are 60-minute workouts. You'll want to go to babybootcamp.com. All right, keep going, girls. Your hour's not up yet. Coming up next, Linda sits down with a news icon. Addie, wait. Bye.
I just need a second.
Is your weight holding you back and affecting your health?
Did you see this? Your cousin had a heart attack.
Really?
Excess weight or obesity can be serious, but you can do something about it. Visit yourweightmatters.org. Download the free toolkit to prepare you to speak with a healthcare provider. Your weight does matter. Accept the challenge and take charge today. Visit yourweightmatters.org.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard serve to give back to their country and communities. Their part-time commitment qualifies them for an array of benefits, such as affordable health and life insurance benefits, education benefits, including tuition assistance, student loan repayment and GI Bill programs, a retirement plan based on part-time service, and VA home mortgages. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about all the benefits available in the Army National Guard.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Invest in Kids is a $7.5 million project to build a new Boys and Girls Club in South Manatee County. I'm Caleb Grimes, and I was a club kid. It's where I learned important life lessons, leadership, integrity, responsibility, and baseball. Thousands of kids attend the Boys and Girls Clubs, and after years of use, their club is slowly falling apart. Help us invest in kids. Make your donation today.
Thank you!
My goal every day when I come into work at ABC7 is to tell your stories, give you that major local news and those details that you really care about. I'm Jacqueline Matter, and I'm here for you.
When PBS anchor and managing editor of the PBS NewsHour, Judy Woodruff, spoke to the Junior League of Sarasota's Legacy Luncheon this week, our very own Linda Carson was probably the most excited person in the room. Now, we always tease Linda that she knows everyone. Well, we were right. Judy and Linda started their careers together at the same station in Atlanta. So, Linda, you had already been there for 4 years.
I'm 4 years older than Judy,
Okay.
to be honest. And I was the only woman on the air. I was doing the weather at night at 6 and 11. I was going out at 9 and doing a news story from 9 to 3. And then Judy came. She was just out of college, and she came to that station and applied for her first job with my news director.
Let's take a look.
I told them that I eventually wanted to report, and I remember, you know, they looked at me and they said, but wait a minute, we already have a woman reporter, Linda. And so it was as if there could only be one.
Oh my gosh.
So, Linda, you already had her job, basically.
Yes, because they just didn't think they needed any more women. They had done a survey. It said women watched news, and that's when I got my reporting job. But Judy took the job as a secretary. She was very serious, a very good secretary for about 1.5 years, and then she got her big break on the air. Here it is.
They gave me a chance at the weekend weather at WQXI. On Sunday nights, I went in at 11 p.m.
So she started in weather.
She did a great job at 11 p.m. However, all this time, she was doing a great job at her job, but applying to other stations. So the CBS station in Atlanta hired her.
Okay.
So now there were 2 women, and we were great friends. We were covering crazy news. Lester Maddox was governor. He also owned a barbecue shop, and he would chase out black customers with an axe handle. So we had lots of stories to cover.
Sheba, honey, I'll hold your hand.
This is the news story, the news team at that time.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
me, the blonde in the corner. Bill Conover sitting next to me is the guy that was the news director that did not hire Judy Woodruff. The CBS station, of course, did after that, and Jimmy Carter became the governor. We both covered Jimmy Carter, and he had gone to Georgia Tech. So I said to him, do you think I should marry Bud Carson? What do you think?
You asked the governor if you should marry Bud Carson?
He went to Georgia Tech, and so he said yes. Meanwhile, while I'm thinking about my romance, Judy went on to become a White House correspondent.
Oh, see, Linda, Meadow is getting away.
I should have paid more attention. But she, of course, has done a great job, and we haven't seen each other over 50 years.
This made me so happy.
Over 50 years. And so we sat down and talked about all of our experiences, and I asked her about her life lesson. Here's her answer.
I think the most important lesson is to always stay as positive as you can. Clearly, there are setbacks in life. Life is all about ups and downs and ups and downs, but don't let the downs grab hold of you and keep you. You have to stay as positive as possible.
This all makes me so happy.
Yeah, she's happily married. She has 3 children, but one is disabled. So life has not been easy, but she's been a great person through it all.
I'm so happy that you 2 got to reunite. I say we
I'm
tease
still stuck
Linda.
on the story. I'm sorry. I can't get past
Yes.
We'll chat about that.
I'm stuck on the
afterwards.
fact that Judy Woodruff and Linda Carson were the first 2 women reporters in the city of Atlanta. That's amazing.
Linda, we love you.
fun.
We're so happy that you're here. And we also, a big thanks to the Junior League of Sarasota for bringing Judy to the Suncoast. All right, coming up, we're going to catch up before the Oscars. It's only a few days away.
Being the caregiver for my husband is truly a blessing, but sometimes it's easy to lose a part of myself. To be my best, for him and for me, it's important to have time to be able to recharge. When I called Tidewell Hospice, they gave me the chance to do just that. They helped me find the time to care for myself, all the while with the peace of mind of knowing my husband is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
Thousands of award-winning Honda SUVs are on sale from $189 a month during the Honda President's Day sales event. You've got to see these SUVs. Get a surprisingly spacious 2018 HR-V, $189 a month, or step up to Pilot for $289 a month with available seating for 8. Plus, we have Motor Trend's SUV of the Year, the 2018 CR-V, and Ridgeline, a Car and Driver's 10 Best. All on sale for up to $3,805 less than the competition at your local Honda dealer.
A promise was made. A promise that hit the beaches of Normandy. A vow that captured Iwo Jima. A contract that weathered Tet. A pledge that stormed the desert in Iraq. An IOU that braved IEDs in Kandahar. A promise was made to America's veterans. DAV fights to keep that promise, so all veterans and their families get the benefits and support they earned. For help, visit DAV.org.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. Watch ABC 7 wherever you are, on our live stream, on mysuncoast.com, on the ABC 7 My Suncoast app, powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life, featuring traffic maps and live radar, dining with recipes, and My Suncoast Restaurant Guide. Visit mysuncoast.com, click on the Apps tab to download the ABC 7 My Suncoast app for Apple and Android.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Suncoast View. We're going to check back in the kitchen with Josh from Muse at the Ringling. And Josh, I'm thinking things are pretty popular in your area with all the shows going on at the Ringling. Tell us about the need to plan ahead to come eat.
Yes, indeed. So all theaters are running shows. So they're doing double feature matinees. They're doing double feature evening performances. The popular times for lunch are between 11 and 3, which we're open for 7 days a week. And then dinner, of course, Tuesday through Saturday is always popular. I do recommend reservations for either, just because I think last Monday we had 5,000 visitors to the Ringling.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's great to be popular, and we know the food is great as well, so just make sure we plan ahead. We'll see you in the kitchen in a little bit. Linda?
There are only a few days left now to catch up on all the big Oscar buzz before the golden statues are handed out on Sunday night. And if you're looking for the quickest way to know what you're talking about at those Oscar parties, we have some tips from our movie guy, Matt Lydell. Okay, while we talk about movies, you have to have popcorn. And this is Tropical Shores Gourmet popcorn, so it'll make any movie look good. But Matt, we're looking for the best of the best. What's the easiest way to catch up now?
As of yesterday, a bunch of them are available to rent.
Oh,
so
really?
On demand, yeah. So a couple have been out already, like Get Out and Dunkirk, but they just added 3 Billboards, Lady Bird, and Darkest Hour are available to rent on demand.
Oh, this is good news.
And a lot of the other ones aren't available to rent, but you can still buy them on demand.
Okay.
So if you want to justify the higher price, like that's still a very viable option. So pretty much anything that you want to see is very easily accessible now, with only a few days left.
It's so much more fun to watch the Oscars when you have seen the movies. And every year I say, I'm going to see them. And I'm always in this boat of last minute trying to cram.
Well, I bought 3 Billboards, I have to say, on demand. I actually saw The Shape of Water in the movie. I love both of them. Do you think one of these is going to win? Which one?
Yeah, the more I think about it, I think just judging off of how it's been doing at other award shows, I think 3 Billboards might be getting Best Picture. I think Shape of Water is definitely the runner-up for that thing. I can't imagine anything else competing with these 2 movies as far as winning Best Picture.
Well, they're both so different.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, that you really can't compare them as far as how they're made, what the story is. As far as the message goes, they're 2 totally different types of movies.
So it just depends on how the Academy votes, right?
Yeah,
sometimes it's for the underdog, and sometimes it's for the more traditional.
Yeah, and I think it's also a little bit in terms of, you know, they talked a lot about trying to sort of like diversify the voters, you know, get younger people, get different, you know, kind of get wider in terms of gender and race and nationality and everything. And I sort of see Shape of Water being like that, sort of.
Okay. Yeah,
like Three
who could say
Billboards.
what nationality, what race the fish was.
Well,
and I loved him.
In terms of just like doing something that's maybe a little bit different and wouldn't normally be nominated for an Oscar. Three Billboards seems like sort of the safe option.
Although
Where Shape
you
of Water,
said it was dark.
it is dark.
It
said
is
it was
dark.
No, it is
I've
for
seen
sure.
3 Billboards, and but I prefer psychological thrillers, as we were talking about before. So I don't think it's for everyone. So it just depends.
sure.
I
Yeah.
love the kindness in it. I mean, one of these guys had tried to kill the other one there in the hospital, and the guy that had almost been killed brought orange juice to the guy that tried to kill him.
I was waiting for the
love
kindness.
that.
Right, me too. I'm like, hey,
He
listen, that's
brought
not-
that guy orange juice. He couldn't get out of bed. I thought, oh,
Yes,
I love this
there were
movie.
those awakening sorts of moments that allowed people to kind of introspect on how childish they had been in the past. But again, I'm one of those fluffy, live in my bubble kind of people. So I want to believe that everyone is innately kind and loving and open and
And
I
actually-
don't believe that.
And I
I know.
actually think Shape of Water leans a little bit more in that direction. I think that's a more optimistic movie. It is sort of a romance story. It's nostalgic in terms of its look. It sort of feels more like an antithesis to what Three Billboards is.
And
in
the
a
world
way.
may need that right now.
That's-
Sometimes
that's
I
my
wonder
movie.
if the Academy has
That's
that
why I
into
think,
play
yeah.
a little bit.
You just want to run away with somebody. So what's the runner-up that's sort of squeaking up between those?
If anything, I would think possibly Lady Bird is probably a
Oh,
good
I
third
wanna
That's
runner-up
the one
in
I'm
that
gonna
case,
see.
yeah.
I have
Yeah.
not seen that. So how about Oscar night? How can we really have fun with that?
There's a lot of different
Popcorn.
things going on. Yes, popcorn.
Yeah, there's popcorn.
well,
and
we'll
there's a
be
lot
through
of-
with this.
There's a lot of different things going on. One thing that I actually thought was cool, because everybody, will try and see the Best Picture nominees, but places like Burns Court are actually offering a different thing that you can catch up on. It's all the short film nominees, which you've probably never seen a lot of the short films that get nominated. A lot of them live action, documentary, and animated. And they just run a whole block of every, one after another for an hour and a half.
Oh, and
So
that's not a long time. That would
yeah,
be
that's
a
not a
great
long
way.
time, and you get to see, like 5 or 6 things. And so that's a really interesting thing that you can be able to say that you saw and actually have an opinion on. Normally you wouldn't.
Yeah, when those categories come up, a lot of times I'll go to the bathroom
Yeah,
because I
exactly.
don't know what. I'm not
Wipe it
familiar
up.
with them.
But it's like
Break time.
football. If you know the movies, you're pulling for somebody. You've got a team out there and you want them to win.
Yes, how great. That's at Burns Court.
Yep, and then after that, on Sunday night, Burns Court is having their event where they'll be screening and they'll have, their bar and different appetizers and stuff. There's plenty of things going on that, you can kind of experience Oscar night with other people.
And they do a red carpet there, I think, too. Like, it's something that you get a little dressed up
nice.
for.
So are they showing the movies or are they showing the Oscars?
They're showing the Oscars.
Oh,
yeah.
good.
And it's
Which,
nice
of
to
course,
watch
is
them
on
with a group.
ABC 7.
Yes,
So
yes.
that's our station they are carrying. Isn't that funny?
Maybe they'll run an ad for the show and you'll be on the big screen.
Yeah, exactly.
only hope.
Or maybe we should just gotten tickets. Should have gotten tickets to the
Yes.
Oscars, and then we'd know.
Yep,
This
so
is going to be so much fun.
it'll be exciting to see how everything goes.
Who are you pulling for?
Shape of Water.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
And that ran for a long time at Burns Court. So
Yes,
I bet
it
there are
did.
a bunch
Yeah.
of Suncoast
That's where I saw it,
movie
yes.
goers that are rooting for it.
That's great.
Wonderful.
Cool.
Well, don't miss this. It is going to be Sunday night, March 4th, right here on ABC 7. And thank you very much, Tropical Shores, for the gourmet popcorn. We love it for our movie snacks. This will be great to go with
my
the
gosh,
Oscars.
it is delicious,
And
though.
next,
I love it.
Suncoast for sale.
Watch Good Morning Suncoast on ABC 7, weekdays starting at 5.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC 7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first. I will never accept defeat. I will never quit. I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at nationalguard.com.
This is an ABC 7 News Update.
Good afternoon, I'm Jacqueline Matter. Here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock. How Sarasota County schools are joining in on a national event to honor those who lost their lives in gun violence. And why police say a UCF campus building was evacuated earlier today. Now let's get a check on our first alert weather forecast with Bob.
Thanks, Jacqueline. Right now we're looking at warm temperatures. We had temperatures today in the low 80s to mid 80s, but a west wind has switched things around a little bit. Now we're getting that cooler, or at least slightly cooler temperature, 79 at the Sarasota Reagan Airport. And the pressure is lowering somewhat. We do have some changes in store as a storm system gathers to the northwest of us. It will bring a taste of winter back our way, not for a while though. Looks like warm temperatures expected through this evening, and we're looking at just a slight chance for an isolated shower here or there. Like we saw last night, a spotty shower not out of the question. Low temperatures tonight, well above average in the mid to upper 60s. More on your weather forecast coming up at 5.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
Our nation's servicemen and women show great courage and leadership, both on and off the battlefield. When they transition to civilian life, they can apply the skills and values they learned in the military to the workplace. That's why the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes is urging employers everywhere to be smart, bet on a vet. Hiring a veteran is also a great way to show your appreciation for them. To learn more, call 1-888-44-SALUTE.
My Hometown Fest is coming to Nathan Benderson Park Saturday, March 3rd. Join us for culinary favorites from across the U.S. paired with your favorite craft beers. There's also great live music and activities for adults and kids. Buy your tickets today at myhometownfest.org.
For more than 100 years, American Humane Association has been teaching kids to be kind to animals. Those in our homes, on the farms, on the silver screen, and wildlife conservation, caring for the world's vanishing creatures. But we can't do it alone. Visit kindness100.org to find ways to teach kids how they can make a more caring, compassionate, and humane world for all of us.
Here's today's job of the day. ABC7 is seeking a digital sales manager with at least 3 years experience in digital revenue development. Visit mysuncoast.com/job of the day to apply.
Well, thousands are moving to the Suncoast each year, but our popularity doesn't mean you can't still find a great deal or even a steal. Realtor Andrew Haddad is here today with a look at some great values for sale. All right, so Andrew, when we talk about a steal in real estate, what are we talking here?
No, that's a great question, Joey. So, we've been talking about the market and how strong it is and how prices are going up. And, there's this whole other end of the market of, am I outpriced for the market, right? So, our average median price for a single family home in Sarasota is around $275. The average price is around $360. So I would say one of our first properties, I'm coming in at just under $125, would be considered a steal. Yep. And here we're going to start here in Sarasota. So this is in Palmer Ranch. Who does not love Palmer Ranch? This is in Vintage Grand. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, almost 1,300 square feet. Wait till you see the inside. This is beautiful on the inside. It has a an island-inspired, beachy type design. Yet you're going to see in the kitchen granite counters, stainless steel appliances, beautiful cabinets, beautiful floor plan. And again, this is in a great location with a very highly amenitized resort-style community.
What's the catch?
Right?
That's an amazing price. Just a motivated seller, maybe.
Absolutely. And then again, you'd be hard pressed to find another one under $100 a square foot.
Wow.
$100 a square foot. That's what that's
priced at. Phenomenal.
So isn't that great?
That's phenomenal.
Love it. We're going to head south to Port Charlotte. So another great area. So this is again, I'm bringing 3 bedroom, 2 bath, single family house, almost 1,800 square feet. Very well maintained on the inside. This also has a den. So open dining area, you're going to see tile throughout. I love the functionality. That's the big thing. That's incredible functionality throughout this property. It really maximizes the living area. Large fenced in backyard. Again, $120 a square foot. You can see beautiful ready move in. You just can't build a property for that price.
Right.
So
it's cheaper than rent.
It's
so
cheaper
that
than
should
rent.
tell you it's a steal if you can't build one for that.
I would say so. Yeah, and again, it's the condition plays a large role. And these are obviously
a lot
in
of
great
growth
condition.
down south, so that's a nice buy.
And just like this one, another one built in 2005, gorgeous single-family house, impeccable condition, fully furnished. Have you 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,600 square feet. Again, bright airy. Again, this is fully furnished as well, so it has really nice furniture.
Oh, wow.
You know, stainless steel, granite countertops, beautiful, beautiful cabinets, large great room, high ceilings, bathroom's been updated. I mean, there's room for a pool, and you have a beautiful, quiet backyard. You know, 3-tier sliders, opens up to your screened-in lanai. Under $200,000, again, $127 a square foot. Find me a builder that's going to do that.
Right.
In today's market with the building costs and land acquisition and everything.
This is great because it can be so daunting. Some of the price tags are so daunting that it's, you know, people when they're trying to move here. I have a question because you brought these, and now as you present them, these are steals. How do we know, if we're out looking ourselves, how do we know that it's a steal?
You know, that's a great question. I always am going to lean on, you know, rely on a professional that's out here doing this. Call your agent, because guess what? We're out there day in and day out looking at these properties. Nobody knows the market better than people that do this full time. So, you know, again, lean on your professional. And then also, it's all about positioning as well. Be ready. Because again, anything on the market, everyone else is looking at as well.
That's right, because these are now gone, I'm sure.
I was just going to say that. For instance, the one in Palmer
Actually, as a
Ranch.
matter of fact, because I prepare this, you know, purposefully. You know, 24, 48 hours prior to this, these are all available.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely.
This is great to know that this price point is available. So now you're going to take us to Bradenton.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's go north to Bradenton. Again, we're going to go on the condo route here. Under $200,000. This is Valencia Gardens. Again, you're going to be looking for a first floor end unit condo, fully updated, absolutely gorgeous. You know, these aren't small 1-bedroom condos. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square foot. It's, again, it's beautiful on the inside. Ready move in. The bathrooms are gorgeously updated. It has a beautiful back brick paver patio. And then it also has a screened-in brick paver lanai as well at the same time. You know, maintenance-free community, resort-style community. $458 a month is what the fees are per month. Yet that covers everything. That's a condo.
Yeah.
So again, great purchase price, affordable in Bradenton, great area, Anna Maria Island.
I love it.
Oh, you got to this too soon. Okay, I got this. You're gonna love this.
Wow,
Jaw-dropping Dream Castle. This is right in downtown Sarasota. You're not gonna believe what you're gonna see on the inside. This is absolutely incredible. So first of all, walk over your own drawbridge, over your own moat. Okay, you have your very own moat. This was completed in 2002. And again, this is a true castle. And so it's got all the little secret rooms and pathways and everything. Yet, it's been built to meet all of today's conveniences.
Where is this?
This is right downtown, just a half a mile downtown. It's amazing.
I know where it is, and I can't believe it. I never saw the sign.
You know, Corinthian columns, you know, hand-painted archways. I mean, literally, this is a true castle, fit for a king bathroom. And,
oh my gosh.
Again, and the outside, you can see a 2-story gazebo. You know, we have the West Tower that hosts the guests.
I'm going to live in the turret.
Isn't that crazy?
This is incredible. All right, Queens, Andrew brought us a castle. For more information about these homes and many others, you can contact Andrew at sellingthesuncoast.com. Love it. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and get your calendars out because we have a big event coming up Monday. We want to make sure you know. We'll be right back.
Join ABC7 at the all-new 2018 edition of Circus Sarasota. Ovation under the big top at Nathan Benderson Park behind the mall at UTC. Friday, February 9th through Sunday, March 4th. All opening weekend tickets are 20% off courtesy of ABC7. To purchase your discount tickets, visit circusarts.org. The Circus Sarasota box office at the big top or call 941-355-9805.
I'm Deshauna Barber. In 2016, I was proud to win the title of Miss USA. What makes me just as proud is my service in the U.S. military. In the service, a soldier gains skills and learns values like discipline and leadership. That makes them an asset to any business that hires them. If you're an employer, on behalf of Coalition to Salute America's Heroes, remember to hire smart and bet on a vet. Visit saluteheroes.org or call this number to learn more.
Who else has been taking your prescriptions? Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind your meds. To learn how we can help, visit the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids at drugfree.org.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate and it's worn like a badge of honor with good reason.
because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
We've all heard how military veterans adjusting to the civilian world may have certain issues.
30. 78.
If only everyone had this issue. No matter what challenge they face, Easter Seals is here for America's veterans.
We are problem solvers striving for answers. Relevancy on every platform. We are driven to create content that's compelling, engaging, where it matters. We are neighbors that care about solutions, believers in making a difference, leaders, innovating in an exciting era of multimedia, reaching to always be the gold standard in our evolving landscape. We are Raycom Media. Find your opportunity today.
Well, every day is a great day to watch Suncoast View, but we want to make sure that you tune in this coming Monday at 4 p.m. We have a full red carpet recap from the Oscars. We are bringing in Suncoast fashionistas for a full look with who wore it best, who could have worn it better, all of it. You won't want to miss it. This is coming up Monday at 4 p.m., but we're heading into the kitchen with news. We'll be right back.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
All right, crew, let's get started. Sure.
Don't ignore the law. You must call 811 at least 2 to 3 days before any digging project so you can avoid hitting our essential buried utilities. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811.
This is an ABC7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Scott Dennis. Here's what's coming up at 5 o'clock. In the wake of the Parkland shooting, multiple companies have severed ties with the National Rifle Association. How the NRA is responding. Let's get another check with our weather now with Bob.
Thanks, Scott. Now we are watching high pressure still dominating our weather. In the upper levels of the atmosphere, you can see it with all these clouds kind of riding on the northern part of that ridge. That high is located right there. And then we have a surface high pressure still to the east of the state. That continues to bring us that east to southeasterly wind flow, which really warmed us up. Now, that wind is going to switch around to the southwest tomorrow, which will still keep us warm. Water temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. And look for a lot of sunshine tomorrow. Temperatures staying in the 80s. That's all soon to change as a very significant cold front will bring us back to winter. That's right, winter temperatures are expected over the weekend. We'll have the details on that. Right now it's nice 79, west-southwest winds at 11 miles an hour. More at 5.
ABC7 News at 7, weeknights.
Florida Studio Theater presents Native Gardens. Stately gardens and cultures clash, turning friendly neighbors into feuding adversaries. When a disagreement over a long-standing fence spirals into an all-out comedic battle of taste, privilege, and entitlement, no one comes out smelling like a rose. Critics are calling Native Gardens timeless as well as timely, smart and first-rate. Audience are calling it one of the best. Native Gardens is now playing. Tickets can be purchased by calling 941-366-9000 or by visiting floridastudiotheater.org.
Once you get atrial fibrillation, you need to have a very close relationship with your primary doctor. Prevention is the whole ball game here, because once you have a stroke, you can't undo it. A year without stroke is a year that you can enjoy doing the things that you've worked all your life to finally get to do. You took care of yourself. You did what is necessary for you to be around one more year. And then next year, we'll celebrate one more year without a stroke.
Stay connected to your clients and new customers using ABC7 Digital Media Services. Our team of professionals provide a wide array of digital services to help you get the most out of your website. We specialize in building and helping you maintain the most effective digital solutions for your business. It's vital that your online presence stands out, so our experts will equip you with the best resources available. Trust ABC7 Digital Media Services to give you the right tools to grow your business.
I took my first handful of pills, and
that's when all my priorities seemed to change. He would ask to use the bathroom in other people's homes.
He just assumed that they would have medication.
He'd go in their medicine cabinets and steal prescription drugs. I wish I knew really what these prescription pills were.
We were so naive about the whole drug thing.
These are all synthetic forms of heroin.
Keep your medication locked up because you'll never notice that a pill is gone.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Here's something we bet you didn't know. Nearly half of all cancers can be prevented. That's right, half. Nearly 50%, mostly by making small everyday changes in your diet and controlling your weight, walking more, eating less, and eating foods that help you and your family to seriously reduce the risk of cancer. And of course, by not smoking. Visit the Cancer Prevention Together We Can website and get a free 30-day planner filled with tips, recipes, stats, and more about protecting your family. Go to prevent50.org.
Coming up Thursday at 4 on Suncoast View. We live in a very popular place. Sometimes it's hard to get people to leave. Wait till you hear about a way to put a temporary guest wing on your home. We have house guest help. Realize Bradenton tells us about Art Slam to celebrate creative Suncoast kids, plus a new art installation at the Ringling and expert meal prep in the kitchen.
Welcome back. We're here with Josh from Muse at the Ringling. Why don't you tell us what's going on here? What are you doing?
Well, you're going to be doing stuff. I'm not doing stuff. That's right.
That's right. Why don't you tell me what I'm doing?
This is your first time on here with me. I don't do anything. I'm like Joey. Here we go. So the first thing we have to do is we have to marinate the kale. So what we have here to marinate kale, because it's a very, it's a tough vegetable, right? You eat raw kale like it's going to be a workout. So what we're going to do is you're going to take the lemon juice, you're going to pour half of it in that bowl.
That's me.
That's you.
Okay.
That's all you. That's right. That's it. Just half. Perfect.
Got it.
Okay. A little bit of salt right in front of you,
just
please.
Just a pinch?
Yeah, you can be a little bit generous if you want. That's good. All right, olive oil, just about a quarter of that.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. Now you have a spatula. You're a tool chef. You're going to mix that around so that the lemon juice starts to break down the kale.
Okay.
Does that make it not so crunchy?
Yeah,
chewy?
it breaks it down.
Now, I don't mind the crunch, but we'll see.
Now, while you're doing that, I am going to add the patty into our oil.
Okay.
All right.
So tell me about the patty since it's vegan.
Okay. So here's the thing. This company's based in California, and it took off in California at Whole Foods. Whole Foods brought it to the Suncoast, and then we were able to get it from our food provider as a nice vegan option instead of salad or, hummus.
So can I buy Beyond Beef at Whole Foods?
You can buy it at Whole Foods. I actually buy it at Whole Foods.
Oh, great.
Very
now,
good to know.
People always get confused. What makes it vegan? What's the substitute? Is it weird? Like that was my reservations. So it's beet-based with carrot, and then they add nutritional yeast and pea protein to give it some fibrousness as meat.
Okay.
And what's good about it is that you don't have to cook it to a temperature to be safe. You don't have to worry about foodborne illnesses. You literally just have to get it, golden brown on one side like we're doing here, golden brown on another, and I forgot to do my job. I'm sorry.
And you know what? In all fairness, if you have not tried a meat substitute burger in a long time, try them now because
they've gotten better.
I would defy you to tell the difference.
Do they have less calories than a beef burger?
I was just about to ask
that. They do, about half.
Oh, and fat, like practically none.
Yeah, it's vegetables.
Oh, they're very
strong. On my way.
So now, actually, my friend tricked me and brought me my favorite brunch item, chicken and waffles. Like, brought me to this restaurant. I was late, ordered for me, and I sat down, and I'm like, oh, this is great. And I ate the whole thing. And she was like, well, that wasn't waffles. That was vegan chicken and waffles. And I was like, mind blown.
They've gotten good, yeah.
Heavy-handed Linda.
Heavy?
She earned that last time. Okay, so do you want me to do the sriracha or are you going to do it?
Oh, this can't be that hard.
Okay, you're going to do it then. Okay, so we're going to make sriracha veganaise. It's just like it sounds. So you're just going to paint a little bit on there.
And how come she got special treatment? I had to do my work. Like, what's the deal?
Well, Linda and I have been doing this a long time.
That ought to be right.
Couple years. Okay, now I'm going to hold this and you're going to stir it up.
Oh.
Josh, while she's stirring, veganaise, does it have the same flavor, consistency?
It's essentially emulsified oil instead of emulsified egg.
Okay.
Yeah, that's essentially what it is.
You sure we don't need more?
And
the sriracha would
The
certainly...
one time you weren't heavy-handed enough.
See?
Because the last time she burned our mouth.
Yeah,
you intimidated me.
I intimidated you?
Yes.
You're Linda. You don't get intimidated.
Right?
You're a lady wolf.
I do in the kitchen.
A lady wolf.
Okay, that looks great. That's finishing up. Now, we need to put some on the top bun and on the bottom bun, please. Just a little bit.
I remember that you do that with your burgers. You dress both the top and bottom.
Yeah, we do. All of our sandwiches.
Yeah. We're going to call this Josh's special sauce.
Oh, okay.
A little veganaise, and the sriracha gives it that kick.
Yeah, a little bit of heat to it, because everything on this dish is kind of savory. Okay, dear.
Wow, there's the heavy
hand. There's a heavy
Lord,
hand.
Linda does not let us down.
I cannot wait to watch her bite that.
So we are going to, no, you guys won't be able to eat that. Now we're going to take the marinated kale here. Last final touch. See how it sits nicely and it's broken down? And then I brought a little side salad
Little
for
side
the
salad
yes,
I like.
for the ladies.
All right, we are having the Beyond Beef Burger. You can find this at Muse at the Ringling.
Yes, you can.
A wonderful vegan option for you, and dressed up very nicely by Josh and Chef Linda. All right, Josh, always great to have you here. Don't ever stop giving them a hard time.
No,
right?
no, that's why I like to
Shiva,
come here.
meet Josh.
Hello, nice to meet you.
All right, thanks for joining us today. Take some time and enjoy the Suncoast view. Come on, bite it. Yeah.